I really wanted to incorporate the whole UFO vibe and the aliens and just being high in space, you know, with Rick James, you know, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Like it's silly, but it's like I loved it. I was like, I wanted that real fun feel like for that video. I wanted people to see it while they're smoking and be like, oh, like that shit is dope, you know?
Ain't like the joint the alien homie had in the video.
The big,
You think you can smoke one of those joints to yourself?
Oh,
It'll take a few days.
I'll keep it 420. I would definitely need to pass that love around.
What's up with y'all out there? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
Yep, and your favorite smoking partner off of Warrior Water. So like, comment, and subscribe. Ain't that what it's called? Warrior, right?
Yep. Make sure you do that. And you already know we got our special guest co-host with us tonight.
What's poppin', y'all? C-Pop, your professional hype woman. Happy to be here as always. And today we got a very special guest. She's a performer, artist, and everyone's favorite Raider baby. Help me welcome Amanda Carrera.
How you doing, though?
What up, you guys? I'm good. How are you?
We doing good. We doing good. Now, look, before we jump all the way into the show, you know, we do the best way to smoke tips. So when we have a guest, we ask the guest, what's your best way to smoke tip for the people?
The best way to smoke is to pass the love around.
That's right.
it.
Yep.
That's right.
I say it in a lot of my songs. So yeah.
Oh.
Pass the love around, y'all.
2 C's.
Oh, yeah, put the 2 C's together. Look, I could do that fast. Bop. Yep.
It's like it just came to you.
Yeah, spread the love around, though, man. That's definitely a good tip, though, for sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, look, though, tell everybody where you from, where you grew up at, and how did you find your love for music, and how did you get into music?
Yeah, so I grew up in Los Angeles, more specifically the SGV.
Okay.
Yeah, so I moved a lot throughout my childhood, but I primarily lived in La Puente.
Okay.
Shout out to La Puente.
Shout out La Puente.
Yeah, but we moved a lot, so I pretty much got to experience living in all kinds of areas throughout San Gabriel Valley, all the way up to, you know, like El Sereno, like by East LA and stuff. So it was cool being able to, you know, just move around and meet different people and, you know, just get to really see all parts of
LA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the town.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
When did you start like developing your love for music? Because you be all over the place and like killing it. So when was like music like, this is me?
Yeah, you know, for as long as I can remember, I've always liked to sing since I was little. Like, my abuelos always tell me that I've been singing ever since I was in my car seat. And yeah, so I'm like, okay. So it's hard to really like say what age, but since I was really, really young and I would sing often, like, you know, my cousins and I would throw like shows, like where we would like sing and dance and just put on like performances and stuff. And so I was always into that, like dancing and singing and gymnastics, acting, all that stuff. So ever since I was a kid, you know, but I was shy. So I would sing in front of my family and my friends. But when it came down to like talent shows, like I would sign up, but I would back out. And my family would be like, kind of get like frustrated. But I would just, I don't know. I was really, really nervous. And I just would be like, nah, never mind. And I wouldn't do it. And then it wasn't until I got older and I realized, dang, it's either now or never, that I just said pretty much like, F it. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I don't know if I can say that on here, but, but yeah, like pretty much.
It's a safe space. Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, so I realized, you know, fuck it. Like, I'm not getting any younger. Like, you know, now's the time. So, yeah. But I did used to put out cover songs, like, on my YouTube channel growing up. So I would sing a lot of, like, cover songs, a lot of, like, Motown and Soldies. But also other things, like literally everything from that to like whatever like pop music was out at the
Right.
time, even alternative punk rock. Like I would just sing and I would post my videos on YouTube.
Right.
So I don't
right.
know, like I wasn't shy to do that,
Right.
but when it came to actually being in front of a crowd and stuff, I used to get nervous. But thankfully I'm not anymore.
I was about to
It's
say, you would have
crazy.
had us fooled.
Can't tell. Yeah,
That's
can't tell at
right.
all.
Yeah. So I don't know, like what changed, but I really just think it was like the fact that I was just like, fuck it. I had the fuck it mentality, and I was just like, it's now or never.
I think a lot of people gotta get there, especially get that fuck it mentality and just say, you know what, I'm finna do this shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
because you get to a point to where it's like it's now or never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like I tell younger people, it's like you don't want to have regrets. You know what I'm saying? And get older and then be like, shit, man, I wish I would have did that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go on and
Yes.
try this shit out,
Yep.
whether I fail or succeed, and just see how it go.
Yeah. And definitely I think being the age I was when I took it professionally, it was in like 2019 when I put out my first single, but I was hanging out with a lot of other artists at the
Okay.
time and like rappers and singers. And one of my homies was like, can you do a hook on my song? That's how I started getting back into
Okay.
music.
Right.
Because for a while, I kind of stopped doing music and I went to like makeup academy and I went
Right.
to makeup school. So I actually did like makeup on BET. Just Kiki had Kiki Palmer had a show called Just Kiki, and I was a makeup artist on her show.
Dope.
So I was around
That's
a lot of
nice.
people in the entertainment industry. You know, people would come on the show all the time, and so I just started networking. And then like I went to one of my friends' houses. He had a studio set up, and
Right.
then that's how I started getting back into the music thing because he asked if I could sing a hook on the song. It's just crazy how everything kind of
Right.
Like it's meant
full
to happen.
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Came
girl,
right back
look, like
Right.
you better come try this shit out and really fuck with this shit.
And
You know
like
what I'm
really
saying?
in that time, that's like beginning COVID time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that's when everybody is kind of like, all right, we got to dig into our self bag.
That
You know
part.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
Singing, rapping, potting, everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's tough.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And maybe being like older and like, smoking and stuff, maybe that helped ease my nerves. I don't know, because, like I don't know, like when I feel like when I smoke, like I feel like I'm a lot more calm. I'm a lot more relaxed.
Right.
I
Me
feel like
too.
most people, right? Right, yeah.
Right.
So I think maybe growing older and just being more
Yeah.
relaxed and not so like caring too
insecure a
much,
little
too
bit.
insecure and caring too much what other people think. I think
Right.
I had to really get over that. Like, people aren't gonna like it. That's fine,
Right.
And once I accepted that, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just do it,
I
Right.
think that's like them little speed bumps we see. Like we hit them, like damn, that's a cold bump. You know what I'm saying? But then
Yeah.
you go, you know what I'm saying? You flowing,
It's
then
in
you
your
going.
rear view,
Cause
yeah.
I be like that when we do our little street team. Like, oh, cousin, would you do the interview, man? I like shit.
Right? Yeah.
But then when he do it though,
It's
he be
like,
on.
fuck it.
You know what I'm saying?
We out here, we vibing, we doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We all out here together.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes it just takes that one moment to
Mhm.
just get over it, the hurdle, and then you're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you have a lot of people like pushing you too though? Like get out there, go.
Growing up,
Yeah.
like my family would be like, "You got this! Like, come on, you got this!"
Mm.
But again, it was I don't know. It wasn't until I really had to get that sense of like confidence myself. I
For
think,
sure.
yeah, because
That's the
even
only
though
thing that matters.
Yeah, because even though people would tell me, like, I don't know, it was just something I would like, I don't know. But yeah, like I think once though, the first time I got in the booth though and I did it, I think that was all I really needed. It just ignited something in
Yeah.
me,
Click,
I was just
yeah.
like, all right, fuck it. I felt right back in love. I never fell out of love, but I feel like it just reignited the love,
The
the
love,
spark.
right.
Yeah,
Yep,
That's
for
right.
sure.
So I heard you mention cannabis. Like,
Yeah.
smoking cannabis helps you relax.
Yeah.
So when did you find your love for the green flower?
Well, it's so funny because my birthday is actually April 20th, 4/20/94.
That's dope. Look, we got to cheer that though.
420, baby.
Yes. And growing up, whenever
Yeah.
people would ask my birthday and I would tell them, they would kind of giggle. And I never understood at the time. But as I got older, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it.
Right.
Like, so it's cool. And I didn't really, like when I started, like when I first smoked and stuff, like I smoked and I was like, okay, that was cool. But I didn't really continue on doing it until, like I would say my college years, I like, 18, I was like, okay, like I started doing it more. And then I would do it like for me personally, like I was saying, to relax and just to
Right.
kind of like mellow out at the end of the day, Like
Right.
I would smoke indica. And then I started getting really in not infatuated, but yeah, like really like interested and curious about the cannabis. So I really
Mhm.
like studied it, and like I studied indica for sativa,
Right.
and then I actually worked at a shop for a while. I
Mm.
worked at like a weed shop, and I was a bud
A
tender.
bud tender, right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the bud tenders,
Shout
though.
out
We
to
love
I
y'all.
love it. That was my
Y'all are the heartbeat.
hell
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. And I miss, because like I mean, when I was a bud tender, we still would scale stuff out. Now I don't know if they still do. I heard that they're already prepackaged now, right? Like pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but back in the day, like it was like when I was like working there, we would like scale them out, and I really like got to learn about like all the strains that were coming in, and like see them, touch them, feel them, smell them. Like
Yep.
that's when they would like let. I don't even know if they still like let people do that anymore. But I liked being able as a
Right.
customer to
Mhm.
do all that.
Yep.
It helps you sell.
I remember that too, though.
Yeah.
Sell it.
I can tell you was
Yeah.
one of the cool bud tenders. 'Cause, like,
Yes.
no, really though, like me being like a person to go to them, it's like you get a bud tender, be like, oh, what you got good on the shelf? Oh, we got Skywalker. Oh, we got some Gorilla Glue. Go on their phone, but then you got the ones be like, oh yeah, man, we got some super funkalicious.
Yeah.
This right
This
here,
gonna have you like
this that real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
I
get to
would-
chopping it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I really liked that. Like I was definitely more that bud tender, where I would really talk to the people coming in, and like, hey, like you want to feel like mellow, you want to stay up, you're
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
active.
Yeah.
Like, what do what
What
type
you
of
tryna
vibe you
do,
trying to be
yeah.
on? And I would really,
Yeah.
I was really, really like really engaged with that. I loved it. It was fun. I loved being bud tender, and
Yeah.
so like
That's appreciative right there.
yeah,
Even out, man, I feel good buying this weed.
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Like I have so much love for the cannabis industry, because it helped me get through a lot of personal times where I was stressed out or just sad or whatever. Like
Mhm.
weed really has like helped me, and also
Mary
too in creative
Jane.
ways. Yeah, like
Mhm.
and it helped
It's
me to
Mandy
get
Jane.
creative. Yeah, I do have a song. I do have a song.
Let's cue that in.
Yeah.
Tell us about your single.
Yeah, so I have a song that I put out called Mandy Jane,
Yep.
and it's a
Mandy
fun song.
Jane.
Exactly. It's such a fun song, and I had always wanted to make it. And again, it kind of went back to that confidence thing, like, dang, like,
Yep.
should I do it? Should I not? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I like
you
it
know?
though. I was listening to
Yeah.
it last night. You know
It
what I'm
was
saying?
so
Blowing.
fun.
Yeah.
It was
vibe.
so fun.
It's a vibe like a mine.
Yeah, it was so fun to make, and just being able to, obviously, like, I'm a huge fan too of the movie Friday, the Ice Cube movie. So
Right.
that's why I say in the beginning, like,
Yep.
hey Chris,
Hey,
like
Chris,
we
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
reference the movie too,
Yep.
showing love to the movie,
Yeah.
respect to the movie, and yeah, but that was a fun video. It was
It
this.
looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this video was like different because people saw it and they're like, "Oh, what? I didn't even know that about you,"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I always feel like it's so important to keep it real, with like my
Yeah.
followers, and not hide, like the
Right.
stuff, who I do or who I am and stuff, and
You got
that's
the
why.
with that big old joint.
Yeah, shout out to
everything.
the homie Arcad, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and the whole point of this song too, it was like, yeah, it was the whole 420 vibe. But at the time, I was going through situations within the music industry with some other like, artists, and like, they were trying to like catch smoke with me. And I'm honestly such a, like, I call myself like a hippie at heart. I
Right.
really am. Like, I'm an earth sign, I'm like all into that, and I'm like, I'm all about peace and love, and so I kind of say that in the song, like, yeah, I want all the smoke. But if you really listen to my lyrics, I'm like, yes, pass the love around. That's why I said that, like,
Yep,
like,
that's the tip.
I'm basically saying, yeah, I'm Mandy Jane, pass the love around. Like, I'm here to spread love, y'all. Like, I don't know about all that other, like,
All the other
smoke,
stuff,
but
But if you pass the love, I got the smoke.
exactly.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's
So
That
that it
is
was like a fun
all.
play on words, and also,
Yeah.
the whole 420 vibe and everything, and it being my birthday. It
Right.
had so much fun. Shout out to the homie DSR Chris, because we had so much fun working on this, and my homie Dax
right.
Beats, yeah.
Right.
And
So
it
you
was
so
cool.
you took part in the creative process of like making the video of how y'all was gonna put the scenes together and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. I really wanted to incorporate the whole UFO vibe and the
Right.
aliens and
I
just being
love
high in
that.
space,
Yeah.
with Rick James, like the
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Like it's silly, but it's like I loved it. I was like I wanted that like real fun feel like
Yeah.
for that video. I wanted people to see it while they're smoking and be like, oh, like that shit is dope,
Hey,
Yeah.
like the joint the alien homie had in the video.
the big the
And
Man.
you think you can smoke one of those joints to yourself?
oh
Circle.
It'll
I'll
take
keep
a few days.
I'll keep it 420.
Hey, man, DJ.
I would definitely need to pass that love around.
Man.
I could dig it.
Yeah.
I could dig it.
That's a big joint right there.
I'm such a baby too. Like I'm such a a baby. I'm like one hit. I'll be like, all right, give me a second. I'll come back in a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, that song was so fun to make and yeah. And
You a good roller?
I am, and I thank the shop for that because on our downtime, like when we didn't have, patients in, we would have to roll up the house joints.
Okay,
Like the ones
right.
you get when you're a first time patient.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, so
Even with the nails,
I
you
did,
got to
but
figure it out, right?
it's been a minute. I'm not gonna lie. So I probably would need to practice
Don't be
again. But
capping.
at one point, it's like we have to.
When you roll though, like, is it from like a typewriter, left to right, or from right to left?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Like you
Right.
roll like
It's more
this
left
way,
to right. I
or
feel
this
like
way?
Me too,
I
though.
think
Yeah, it's left to right.
I was kind of hard for me to do the. I would try it, but I was more of the left to right.
Hey, I don't mean no harm, but when I see people roll from right to left, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
The other side of their brain is working. That's all, though. They just, you know what I mean? It's just, that's another little part.
Yeah.
you? But I just tend to find out. I think them are the lefties
Okay.
that go from the right and
To
then
the-
go to the left.
go to
and
the
then,
left. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's your rolling skills, Pop?
Oh, you
Yo,
don't know
man.
how.
So when I used to smoke blunts, I was on point. I would have a little pregnant belly, but I was on
Okay.
point. But I switched from blunts to joints. I can't roll joints to save my life. Not in public anyway. At home, got you. I don't care how that shit looks. I use that little,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That little thing or whatever. But like, someone go ahead, roll this for me. Give me a nice cone.
Yeah, especially with nails, like it's so easy to
Right.
puncture it, and I would happen
I
to
got
me a couple times. I would
fat
get so
fingers,
mad. I'd be
right.
Patch it
so
up.
I'm
Yeah.
like-
Patch it
Yeah.
up,
Oh
yeah.
man.
So you one of the rollers, like you rolling up, you rip it, puncture it, like they like fuck.
I double.
Yeah.
I roll
I'm
it
all
and then I put another paper
I
around
keep
it.
Going.
I be doing that shit.
Yeah.
One of the woods or something like rip or I be like,
Yeah.
Man, and you
Doctor
walking
time.
that, so
Doctor
it's like
time.
stressing you out. 'Cause you're like,
Like,
damn.
If I'm smoking though, like I won't be like the first to raise my hand. Like if someone's like, "Who wants to roll?" I'm not
Right.
gonna be the one to be like, "Yeah." Like I don't prefer it. I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm like the best in the group, but like I
Right,
could
right.
do it if I need to. But I would definitely hand it over. Like, hey, you got this, or you
Facts.
someone else.
I'm
Like,
I'm like, help,
yeah.
sticking with the rolling.
help.
What's the craziest like place you roll? Like meaning like
Mm.
park, beach, traffic.
Driving. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Maybe the beach. Maybe the beach. I never did it really drive. I've been like in the passenger, but not really like me driving. Like nah.
Stop like, yeah.
But
I
like,
be
Allegedly.
driving, yeah.
like probably
Allegedly,
like like at the beach, but when it's windy, like that's hard.
That
when
is.
it's
Very
like
much
hella
so,
windy,
yeah.
and I'm just like, yo, I
Hey,
need a
kinda
fort real
think
quick,
about it.
Like I got,
Right.
like I want to make sure
don't
this
take
shit.
that fort. Those are the vets.
Yeah, because
Even over the motherfucker driving, you can handle all that shit.
Cause I'm
I
the
got
type.
this.
If I see some like falling out, I'd be like sad. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
it just fell on the ground. I'm not gonna pick it up either. I'm like,
I'm
damn,
gonna be that less high.
I'm trying to fix that with your nails too. It's like,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I love being stoned, man.
For real. So on the music tip, like who are some of your biggest influences?
My biggest influences. Oh wow, I have a lot. I really, really. If we're talking like West Coast music, Snoop Dogg for sure, and he's
Okay,
the
there
king of 420, you
For
know?
sure.
So
Yep,
like
yep.
yeah, so
Number
that's super dope. And that's really cool. I was like honored that the homie DSR Chris actually worked on Mandy Jane because he's like Snoop's engineer. So
Oh,
it
yo.
just like it was just the vibes, you know?
It
Like
was meant to be,
it was
yeah.
meant to be, yeah. So definitely like Snoop. If we're talking like girl artists, I'm a big Rihanna fan, like huge,
Okay.
and she's a big 420 person too.
Yeah.
I love.
Facts,
That's like
facts.
my bucket list goals, you
All the
guys.
420
Like,
ers.
yes, like I hope someday I could smoke with Rihanna. Like that's like my biggest
That's
bucket,
a
like
goal.
bucket list goal right there.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me
And
too.
and Janae Go, like Janae Go for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And I love how she's so awesome in her music and her pop R&B soul, and she's so West Coast. Like
Facts.
I just love that. Like so.
Neighborhood. Yeah.
And,
So,
and Mila J too, her sister.
yep.
Shout out to
Mila
Mila
J.
J
Yep,
and Janae. But yeah, like I love their music and Mila has a 420 song too.
Yep.
Shout out to Mila J. Yeah,
Yep.
so definitely I have a lot of musical influences, and obviously I love souldy, so like Motown singers for
Yeah,
sure. So my
yeah.
music is very mixed. I go
Mhm.
into like today's like R&B pop sound, but I throw a lot of like oldies
I hear
samples
it,
in
yeah.
my music. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just I love the Beatles, and you know the Beatles they've been
Right.
stoners forever.
Forever,
So
yep.
you know,
Yep.
it just happens to be that a lot of the artists I look up to, yeah,
The
they're
stoners.
they're about
yeah.
that 420 life.
About that life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work at like a casino hotel type thing, like back on the East Coast. And I remember Rihanna stayed in our hotel. And everyone like, man, and the East Coast is really behind when it comes to cannabis.
Oh,
So they was like, she trashed the room. It smells like weed. I was like, yes, queen.
yes, exactly.
That's right. That's right, Pop.
Yes. Yeah, girl, I feel you.
I'm like, hush down.
Yes.
Rihanna, we talking about.
Yes, let her smoke up the whole
I'm
time.
saying?
Right. They're like, there's Dutch guts everywhere. I'm like,
You know, Rihanna smoking some powerful shit.
man, I was in love after that. I was like, Riri.
Same.
All right. So on that note, like, I kind of think I have an idea where you probably go with it though. But what artists would you like to work with though? Like make a song with?
Oh wow. Definitely the ones I named, like Rihanna, Janae, Mila, Snoop would be like a dream come
Yeah.
true for
Yeah.
sure. And man, I'm trying to think. It just depends on like the genre we're talking, because I'm a Swiftie, so I would like to make a song with Taylor Swift. I feel like that would be so cool. I don't know how we would do it, but
Right.
I would love to make a song with Taylor
With
Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like I feel like that would be super super cool.
So what you feel about the Swift rocking with KC then?
I know, right? Everybody always asks me that.
You a Raider baby.
I'm
you
Raider
know what I'm
baby.
saying?
I know. I said, hey, maybe we can make a football song together, right? Like just a football like girl song. I don't know, like
Right.
football or something. Because yeah, her man plays for Kansas City.
yeah.
You a smasher on that song though. I don't think she know about football.
I don't
think she know about
know.
sports.
I don't know.
I don't think she do.
I would love to kick it with her and watch a game with her.
Watch a
Like that would
game,
be
yeah.
so dope.
Like when the
you know?
Raiders play KC or
Hey,
something.
that'd be
like that.
cold if she just
yeah.
a cold football fanatic.
Huh.
Oh,
She might know some
she
things.
probably be teaching me everything, and
You know
I'm
what I'm
just
saying?
like, yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I have so many like music, like just people, man. Like, and if we're talking just ever, like, I really like reggae music too,
Okay.
and I think too because I'm born 420, maybe too. Like I've always
It's in you,
since
right,
I was
yeah.
little, it was in me. Like Bob Marley, for example. My dad always tells me the story. Like one time he took me and my siblings cosmic bowling, and Buffalo Soldier came on, and I was singing it, and I was little, and
Right.
everybody was just like, I knew every word to the song, and I was
Right.
like, I don't know, 7 years old,
Yeah.
and I'm just like,
It just came
it just
to you, though.
came.
Like, yeah.
and I'm like, maybe it was the 420 in me, and you know, the one love,
Yeah.
and
Your parents knew what they were doing.
they knew what they were doing. Yeah,
That's it.
They probably was happy, you know, because do they indulge or
Nah, that's
They
what's
don't?
trippy. Well, they say I don't think they do. No, they don't.
They
But
keep it hush.
they keep it. Yeah,
they do, you'll never know.
I'll never
Yeah,
know. But no,
yeah.
they really don't. But my middle name is Jane, right? I'm like, Mom, You should have just
Mandy
named me
Jane.
Mary Jane. But she's like, I liked Amanda. But growing up, like my nickname was Mandy Jane. So I'm like, it just fit. It fits me.
Everything
Fits me. So I tell my mom, like, you knew. So you guys knew. But no, they're like, no. Like they don't judge anyone, you know. But they personally didn't indulge in it or anything. But yeah, like I've always been into, you know, just the whole one love, like, and the peace and the happiness. And even in my music, I try to make positive music. Like I have a song called All My People, and it's very like reggae vibe and like just peace and love, you know? Like that's really who I am as an artist, and that's the type of artist I want to be. Sure.
How does it make, you know what I'm saying, moms and pops feel when they just see their baby like this is the prodigal 420 baby right here?
I know, right? You know what? I need to ask them that because I never have. But I think
Mandy Jane.
Come to the house playing that song.
That's my baby.
Like, you know, like I don't know. That's a great question. You know, I really don't know, you know. I don't know. I gotta ask him.
You gotta ask him.
Yeah, I gotta ask him, you know, and it's just one of those things too, because you know, I have a son. He's 6 years old. But I'm not talking to him about that yet. You know what I'm saying? Obviously,
So
you know, I'm not talking about the yeah, it's not time. So I know, and my parents know I'm good about that. Like I'm not gonna go and I'm not gonna, you know. So there's a time and place for everything.
Facts.
And so they don't judge me because they know, like I know, you know.
Responsible with
responsible about everything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're a hustler.
That's
what
dope.
can they say when you're taking care of business? You know,
Yeah,
what can say?
Yeah, exactly. And nowadays, because of like, you know, there's just so much like crazy drugs out there. So I'm like, I'd rather keep it real with my followers and learn everything I've learned about the cannabis industry and just working in it and stuff and letting them know, like, you know, like this is way more natural, you know, like if you're gonna do anything, stick to the natural stuff. Don't be doing all that crazy stuff, you guys. Like this shit's crazy out here.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: do you consider it a drug or?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't personally.
Me neither.
I don't because I just feel like to me it's more medicinal. I really feel that because personally, when I was going through certain things or like also too, I got really big into studying CBD. So like about when people have like my dad has diabetes and stuff, like I've learned a lot about aches and pains and stuff and how it could really help. So personally, I don't. I've done my own research on it.
To know,
yeah, to know. So that's I don't know. It's a tough one.
That what drug like gateway even relation to cannabis? Like, Like where did you get that?
I think it was just lack of knowledge. It was just like ignorance at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because like you get your people who have addictive personalities. That's just is what it is. Like it don't matter what it is. It could be an addiction, you know. But like I think it's just a lack of knowing. You know what I'm saying? I know cannabis has helped. Like I've had like friends who were in an addictive state with like other things, and like they switched to cannabis and like really transformed their life. You know what I'm saying? And then I also had like an uncle who had cancer, and it's like everything wasn't working. And I was like, Uncle, I'm about to go pick you up some shit because he couldn't sleep. You know, so much like comfort. You know, and then he was just like, as soon as I like gave him what he needed, he was just like, hey niece, I'm like, I got you, Uncle. Right, because he's like, I really just want to sleep. I'm so uncomfortable, you know. So it's just like I feel like it helped more people in a more natural way than it has hurt.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like not to shame one to build up another, but it's a lot of alcoholics. You know what I'm saying, that use cannabis and no longer alcoholic.
I was thinking that. And I've never personally felt like I've been uncontrol of myself when I have smoked. But when I
probably
drank,
tired to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's it. Or maybe I want to get the munchies. Yeah, but like I've never like versus alcohol. Let's say I feel uncontrol of myself. So, I mean, it depends how much I drink, but like I've never felt like that with marijuana.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. You get the drinking, you having fun. Let me take a seat. You know what I'm saying? You smoking, you should be like, man. You got some more of them chips?
Yeah.
No, for
Then the cold
real.
part, when you drinking and then you sit down, you might stand up and be dizzy as a motherfucker when you stand up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Like my nickname as a smoker is Giggles.
okay.
Because I'm the giggle girl. Like I'm just giggling the whole time. Like
That's
you know,
what
I'm
make
chilling.
everybody else.
Start giggling.
I'm just giggling. Yeah.
I'm either
so-
Right.
giggling or I'm silent.
Yeah.
Are you good? I'm like, I'm great. They're like, are you sure?
I'm just over here like
I asked her that the other day. I'm like, Pop, you cool? She hot in the mug.
I got this crazy resting bitch face. And I promise I'm happy.
Like, I'm cool. I'm just hot.
So look, tell us about the song California Crazy.
Oh yeah, you guys, I'm so excited for this one. This is gonna be my next release,
Yeah.
California Crazy, and it's a West Coast funk record, and it's a
Oh.
piggyback off of Kendrick's Not Like Us.
Yeah.
And shout out to the King Kendrick. Ooh, how did Kendrick?
Shout out,
Kendrick!
yeah.
Please, if you're ever gonna see this, I
You
would
will.
love
Tell it
to
right there to the camera.
Kendrick
Like-
Lamar, King Kendrick, King of hip hop, King of the West Coast. Please get on my song California Crazy, because
That's
you are the GOAT, and it's an honor. Everything you've done and everything you're doing for the West Coast, and you know, I hope you like my song. And yeah, it would be such an honor. Like I don't know how I didn't say this earlier, but it just, you know,
Yeah.
I gotta say it. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta say it. But it would be the biggest honor in the whole entire world. But
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's just like it's
gotta
just,
tap in,
yeah,
bro.
Everything.
tap
Tap
in.
in.
Tap
Man,
in.
for sure, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
so that song it's fun because it's a California, it's an anthem, you know, and at the end I shout out like cities and
Yeah.
I just shout out every parts of California,
Yeah.
and I do shout out
Oh, yeah, I
the
got
SUV.
California on my shirt today.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. So it was a lot of fun to make, and I just performed it for the first time actually last
That's
weekend
dope.
at the Summer Nights Festival.
We
by
seen
Nationwide
that.
Presents.
Yeah, we seen it.
Yeah, it was cool,
It was
and
dope.
and
You had that whole West Coast vibe going too, girl. I was like, okay.
Thank you.
know?
Yeah, shout out to everyone that was involved in making that happen. Ricky Ricardo,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he got the lowrider bikes, and the Old School Beer Company. Shout out, they're my sponsors. So Thump Records, Old School Beer
Yeah.
Company, and
And shout out to N-Dub, man.
and
That's right.
Nationwide
Yes.
Presents, man.
And,
Shout out, brother.
That's
Yes.
a hard working person right there.
yes,
right.
all love to End Up. He really is a big part of my up and coming up, like come up, you know.
Mhm.
He's
That's
really
dope.
really is. He you know, he put me on the lineup for the
Yeah.
Back in the Day festival
Yeah.
in April, and I actually got discovered by the A&R from Thump Records
Yeah.
at that festival. So,
Mm.
you know, I have so much thanks and love for
And
Nationwide.
that's dope though, because you know we had him on the show too though.
yeah,
And he
see?
talked about that, like
Oh.
about bringing people together and stuff
Yep.
like that, and
Right.
like wanting to help put people on and shining
Yeah.
a light on other artists and stuff like
Right.
that. And for you to say that, that's
dope.
that's hell yeah, that's
It's a
dope.
testament to exactly what he was saying.
It's
That's
Manifestation.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
super dope because he was stating how he was just wanted to create something so he could perform his music, but he's just been like putting his stuff on the back
Yup.
burner to really give everyone else their highlight and really put on for the
Mhm.
West Coast. So it's dope that he's like
Yeah.
really
So
doing
cool.
And I
that.
witnessed that
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
With the Summer Nights.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's
So
a dope event.
good
Yeah,
for
thank
y'all.
you.
Good
Thank
for
you.
y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much, End Up, Nationwide, and Attorney Rosenberg, who's always a big sponsor, and everybody else that sponsors it.
Yup.
It's a great platform, you know, and
Yup.
it was an honor. I got to be on the same stage, you know, and with so many people coming on after, like the homegirl Reverie. I
Yup.
love Reverie. Like
Yup.
she's so dope, and I got to talk with her and vibe with her backstage, and Be Real from Cypress
Real,
Hill,
yup.
Mellow Man, like
Yup.
so many amazing artists.
Zoe
were
Osama
there.
was up
Yes,
there.
Zoe
Yup.
Osama.
Yup.
Yeah, so it was cool, man, and I got to meet Rowdy Brax, which is dope because he's from La Puente too, and so I was like, hey,
Yeah,
can you
Roddy
get on?
Rocks was there.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, California Crazy, can you get on it? Because I talk about, you know, the SGV on it and stuff. So we talked and exchanged info, and so hopefully, you know, we'll
They
see
come
what
together,
happens.
yeah.
And my shout out to my son Maverick. He was pop locking with Nico Motion. You know, Nico the
Man.
Oh, for real?
yeah. So Nico.
Shout out to your son.
yeah,
that's
shout out
dope.
to my son, and shout out to Nico.
Shout
So
out to Nico.
He's like
Yup.
he's like a really well known pop lock break dancer, and
Right.
he's so smooth, man. And shout out to him. You know, he came through and he showed a lot of love and support, and he showed my son like how to do like some pop
Mhm.
moves,
That's dope.
some popping, you know, pop
Pop lock and
yeah,
pop. Yeah, pop. No, just
yeah, and it was so cool because I had my my son was up there and he did it. He did amazing and shout out to Dax Beats. He's a producer on mostly all my songs. He was up there. He was my hype man. He's on Raider Baby with me. He produced the track and the homegirl Poison. She was the Raiderette. So we had the whole,
That's
like you
right.
said,
the
whole vibe.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
It was. No, but look. So on that note, you talking about the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no personal. I ain't gonna say it like that. Like I got a personal beef. I'm a Bronco fan though, so I'm putting it out there.
12-0.
But look though, how did your relationship form? You know what I'm saying, with the Raider, doing the Raider song and becoming a Raider baby?
Yeah. So I actually went to a Raider game years ago, like in 2014. It was the first NFL game I had ever been to. Shout out to my homie Damo. He said, "Hey, you down to take a road trip with me to Oakland?" And I was like,
Yup.
Yeah. I was like, hell yeah. So we took a road trip to Oakland and we went to the opening day that year. I think it was 2014 or 2013. I can't really remember exactly, but I fell in love with the nation because it was, I experienced the whole thing, the tailgate, the drinking, the turning up party, and so I had the whole experience, and I fell immediately. I was like, oh, I like this.
That's dope. Look, hold on, before we go, like my experience was opposite to that one, but it's still Raider though. I can't remember the year, what was the cause, but the Raiders played the Steelers. They was in LA. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders got smashed on. You know what I'm saying? They got smashed on. I think they probably only had like 3 points.
That's common. That's common. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the fun fact of this one, I was Raider down. You know what I'm saying? I'm a jit. You know what I'm saying? I'm little. And Pops took me. I'm Raider down. Like, yeah, I don't know these niggas lost. I don't know they got whooped on.
It didn't even matter, right? Because it was fun.
It's Raider niggas.
You're like, yeah. That's how I fell in love with it too, because it didn't matter if we won or lost. They are so ride or die. They're so passionate.
Super.
It's a vibe.
So different. Yeah.
So different. And you don't even have to. I was like, I went recently. I went to the Vegas home opener at Allegiant Stadium. First time I ever went.
That stadium is legit.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I was sober tip. I didn't I wasn't tailgating. I was, but not. And I still had a good time. So that's the cool thing about the nation. You don't even have to be, to have fun and just feel the love and passion from the fan base.
Look, from the outside. Hold on, from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I've always said about the Raiders fans and stuff, though, they loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because to have so many losing seasons. Because to have so many losing seasons and still be so supportive.
It's a lot of great stuff about the Raiders, though.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff from the Raider Nation.
Yeah.
I don't think
most
the Broncos. Who y'all got? Shannon Sharp?
We got John Elway. We got a lot though.
Hey, they're playing this weekend.
Yeah, Champ Bailey.
We gotta see.
We're gonna have to follow up and like the group chat after this because to pop our trash a little bit.
I will be victorious. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good though because if you
that's it. This is solidify our bet, bruh.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that, right? Whatever bet.
Score. That's how many burpees you finna do right here. You know what I'm saying on the show. Whatever that winning score is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Y'all better.
We locked in. Look, one more time. Yeah, we locked in.
Remember this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write this down in my notes right now.
That's a good one though. The winning score, you gotta do that. I hope the motherfucker. I hope they get 100.
Yeah.
But I hope they don't.
And then if you understand, I watch football. I'm like really into it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To like know who playing, who not playing.
Yeah.
So I kind of know what's going on and stuff though. So that's a good bet though. Look,
hey, don't y'all got our last year quarterback?
Huh?
Y'all got our last year quarterback?
No, he a backup. We got.
Can't stand y'all.
We got Bo Nix though. Bo Nix, man. Shout out Bo Nix, man. He's our rookie quarterback though.
Who you guys think's going to
So we get on some dumb shit.
I was about to say the World Series, but that's because I'm a baseball fan. I love all sports, but I was literally
I was gonna say the Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Would have had your back.
But the Super Bowl, I was saying who you guys got for the Super Bowl. But yeah, I said
the Raiders.
The Raiders. And the Raiders go to World. my God,
Look,
there I
even
go
Pop
again.
started laughing. No, look.
Don't put me. Okay. I want to hear more about this Raider Baby tour. And then
Yep,
we're gonna
let's
get
talk about
right
the
into
tour. Let's
Dodger
talk about the
Girl.
tour. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm on a Raider Nation tour, you guys, sponsored by Old School Beer Company and my record label Thump Records. Shout out to them. You know, when I just signed 2 months ago and I was excited. I've had deals come my way.
Shout out
you
to
guys.
that, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, shout out to Thump Records. I've had deals come my way over the last couple years from, different, labels and just different sources and stuff. But I never really found one that really made sense until this one. And I was able to really negotiate what I wanted and on both sides, So it just worked out. And people, I get people say, oh, why did you sign? But my advice to any artist out there is like, look, do what makes sense for yourself.
Facts.
Because it's not always, people think you got to get locked into like a 360 or something. Not always. You can do a one single deal. You could do a 3-song deal, EP, whatever.
Yep.
Make it make sense for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if not, then just stay independent. That's what I did for many, many years. But I just found a deal that really made sense. So that's the best advice
That's
I would
key.
give. What I was gonna say is shout out to them. We worked out a really, really good deal. And now I'm on this Raider Nation tour. So we just, we've been doing shows. We did one at the Hollywood Park Casino the night before opening day at in Inglewood. And that was really, really cool. We got to celebrate Eazy-E's birthday. Little Eazy-E performed.
Eazy,
DJ Yellow was there.
That's right.
Yeah, and the homegirl CC Valencia. So I got to perform it for the first time there. And it was so lit. Yeah, love her. It was so lit, you guys, because it was all Raider Nation, all the super fans. And I love how they get into character. They get into costume.
They be super character.
They literally paint their faces. They wear pirate suits and it's so fun. It's just so fun. And I got to really connect and one-on-one with everybody, meet people. And so that was my first experience performing it live. And then I just did a show in Vegas at Whiskey Stadium across the street from Allegiant at the during the tailgate.
Right.
That was lit. Shout out to the Black Hole.
That's right.
And everybody involved with like Cisco, DJ Steph, everybody over there at the Black Hole. So I'm gonna actually be going back to Vegas again.
Right.
So stay tuned on my Instagram for like the dates and the times and the locations. But I will be going to Vegas. There's gonna be a Raider convention out there next month in November. So I'll be at that. Yeah, my Instagram is Amanda Carrera. And follow me on there. From there, you can find all my social media platforms, all my music platforms and all that. And I got a lot of stuff coming up, especially that the holidays are coming up. I'm going to be doing a lot of like toy drives and just performing like a lot of different places. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I just came out with merch. So if you guys see right here.
Tell us about the merch, the makeup line and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm right there are the hoodies. That's one of the colorways. We also have it in like a light gray, a hot pink, and then the one I'm wearing right now, it's a V-neck. It's a V-neck t-shirt. And we also have t-shirts, like just like guy style t-shirts.
Right.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, so it says Raiders Baby. It's me, and it has like the Maryland hair. Because I don't know if you guys know, but this is not like my natural hair. My natural hair is like, she was telling me she really, really likes it. So
I love the blonde.
Yeah, like
it look nice. Yeah.
We did it like to rebrand, like I wanted just like a different vibe, going into this new single with, with the label and yeah, shout out to Bill Walker. He's like, hey, what about like a Maryland look? I'm like, oh hell yeah,
right?
Because that's so
you definitely kill that,
and that whole vibe of like Maryland, but like urban Maryland with like the tats and like I feel like that's so dope. And I was like, so I wanted, so I was like, yeah, let's bring that to life. So shout out to all the companies I'm working with, my glam squad, like Extensions Plus with the wig and my makeup palette, you guys. So N Beauty, you guys, huge shout out to them. I actually am a brand ambassador for them. I just came out with an eyeshadow palette. It's called Angel Baby.
That's right.
Which is the name of one of my projects. It's one of my signature projects. It kind of like goes right in with like my characters I have like in certain projects. It's one of my main ones. So that palette was a lot of fun to create. I got to pick the colors out. So it's like a Dodger blue color, a baby blue, and a brown everyday color, a blush, a highlight. Sorry, not a highlight, a blush, a bronzer. And then a lip gloss. So, as you guys see, it's a everyday lip gloss color. So even if you don't want to wear like makeup that day, you just want to put on a gloss. It's a perfect shade. Yeah, and it's called Amanda Carrera. And you guys can find that on my Instagram. Just tap the link in my bio. It'll take you right to the NNN Beauty website, and you guys can buy it. And I would appreciate the support for sure.
Tap in with her.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, as an artist, at the end of the day, it's all about support. You know,
That's
right.
supporting each
Mhm.
other,
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
and
Yes,
and
indeed.
that's how we really make our living. You know, it's
Yeah.
just people like our fans coming out to the shows, buying a ticket, buying a t-shirt, buying a
T-shirt,
sweater,
yeah.
buying a lip gloss, whatever.
And if
Even
you
shout outs, you know,
Yeah.
tagging us when you guys come to shows,
That's right.
posting it,
Yeah.
you know, all of that stuff plays a big part in our success.
And if you tap in the link in her bio, which I did yesterday, you will see so many different things on there too, though.
Got a
From the
lot going
videos
on,
you can
girl.
tap into,
Good for
music
you.
videos, the merch.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's a lot going on over there. So
Thank you.
yeah, tap in with her. She working.
Yeah,
Lady
really.
boss right
And
there.
look, with that one being said, I want to ask you a question of balance.
Okay.
Now, you know what I'm saying, for you being a mother, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, a parental figure, how do you balance that time because you're very busy?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just as Cuzzo pointed out, you go, you click that link, you see a lot of stuff lined up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that has happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you balance that out? You know what I'm saying? With,
Yeah. I really appreciate the question for sure because it, you know, man, as you guys are saying that, I'm thinking back on like what I have, and there's been a lot of projects, and all those were when as I was an independent artist. So you know, I self-funded all those projects.
Right.
Which shout out to the help of Dax or sometimes family members will help, but for the most part, self-funded everything. You know, so that took a lot of my finances, my time, my energy,
mm-hmm.
and so you know, it was not a struggle, but yeah, like being able to like learn how to balance that, balancing my finances, and also being there for my son. You know, like
Mhm.
it's all been a learning experience. But no matter what, at the end of the day, he always came first, and he still will always come first. So
Mhm.
what I do to balance it is I get his schedule. So like from school, I also have him in sports. So currently, like he's in soccer. So when I get the schedule, I write his stuff down first, and then I plan around his schedule. Exactly.
Shout out to that, though.
Thank you.
Like I got a
Shouts
son
out
that's
to
in
that
the
too,
sport.
yes.
Yeah, I do
Right.
the same thing.
Yeah.
You got to.
You
They
got
try to be
to.
like, we about to be done with this meet and I'm
Yeah.
heading over.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
balances everything.
Because
Yeah.
it's so important, like just having like growing up to seeing my parent in the stands, that meant everything. You know,
Yeah.
you know
Right.
when your parents there or when they're not there. And I at least remember times when they weren't and the times that they were. And so I know how like important that is, you know,
For sure.
and
It
so
is.
I want to be able to balance it. And I'm actually the team mom for his soccer team.
Right.
So
right.
I took on a little extra responsibility because the coach was like basically asking
you gotta show
everyone.
up.
And I was like, you know what? I got you. Like, I feel
Right,
you. Like, it's
right.
hard, you know? So
Right.
so I'm a team mom. So I designed like the banner. So they're the green penguins. That's so cute, right?
Right,
Like,
green
yeah,
penguins,
yeah. So it was fun. Like, you know, I had to pick out of a hat. All the kids put like, so their color was green. So they
Yeah.
all set their names of like, you know, green monsters or green goblins. You know,
Right.
they're all, so they're
Green
like,
dragon,
the
yeah.
the green dragons, the coach is like, okay, the team mom's gonna come up. And I was like, oh, me? Like, press me on. Like, I'm all more nervous for that than
Right.
like, so I'm like, and then I picked it and yeah, it was the green penguins. So that's what they are. And so, yeah, so I always want to maintain the balance of he always comes first and he himself, he's very into the entertainment side of things. He loves to sing. He's on a couple of my songs. He likes to
Mhm.
dance and
I've
he loves
seen
to
that.
act and he's
Mhm.
into sports and he could draw. He's dope. He's super dope. But and it's also that other thing of like at the end of the day, I'm a mom and I just want to protect him, you know,
Facts.
especially nowadays, like,
Yes.
you know, and on all the stuff you kind of hearing like that's been going around in the industry, but even more, everything is out there. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let you do it if you want to do it, but I'm not gonna let you leave my side. You're gonna stay right
Hell
next
no.
to me,
Yeah.
or you're gonna get right off the stage and you're gonna stand with my sister. You're gonna stand with Auntie, and that's what we did at the last show. So, because I understand, like, at the end of the day, I'm his protector
Protect.
first, you
Yep.
know.
Gotta
So
protect 'em.
it's
It's like,
all
hold
of
on,
that.
cut the song.
Yeah, like hold on.
Yeah.
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 So like that's I told Ricky after the show, I'm like, hey, at the last show, I'm like, right after the first song, he's gonna go stand with my sister. He's like, all right, I got you. So like
Yeah.
he went right with my sister, and so I'm always making sure he's protected, he's safe, and he's good. You know, he's clean.
right.
He got fresh clothes. He's looking, you know, good,
Yeah.
and he's, you know,
Have
doing
you-
good in school.
Have you caught him
good.
doing some of the little pop locker moves he learned from the summer night?
Yeah, so it's so cute because I showed him the video back and I was like, "Hey, you want to like? Do you want to like take classes?" And he's like, "I want to take. Yeah, I'm down. I want
So
to
he's
take classes."
good at it.
He's
Right.
good
Like
at
it.
it. So
That's
I'm
right.
thinking of like and that's the thing. I always want to be able to let him make his decisions. Like
That's the
I
same way
want
I
to
am,
be able
yeah.
to put him in different sports, which I've been doing, and then get to a point where it's like, what do you want to do? Like,
Yeah.
do you like basketball? Do you like to draw?
Yeah.
So now he's he's filling all the sports out, and he's like, Mom, he really likes to draw. I had him in like an anime class this summer, and he gets down, you guys. He's
That's
really
dope.
good.
That's dope.
And then but he's like, but he likes to sing.
Yeah.
He likes
Huh.
this like entertainment stuff. So
Embrace it all. Yeah.
yeah, so
really
I always
nourish
just
it all.
support
That's dope.
exactly.
That's
I
dope.
just want to support him in whatever it is he wants to do and make sure he's good, while
Yeah.
doing it.
That's
Look,
right.
before we move on real quick, I want to say something to the Raiders though. Look, no,
I love it. Yes.
no,
yes.
I want to say it's positive,
Oh,
man.
12-0?
Let me say it.
I thought you were
You know what I'm
saying
saying? Look, we want to see Amanda on a halftime show or something like that. You know
Yes,
what
we
I'm
do.
saying? Performing
Yes,
the song.
we do.
And look though, even though I'm from the outside, I will tune in and watch that.
Hey,
Huh.
that's so
It'll be
cool.
turned.
Everything.
That shit'll be turned.
That
I want
would
to
be
see our
so-
Raider
Yeah.
baby on halftime.
Yeah, so we gotta manifest them kind of things and
Let's
stuff like
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I
everything.
appreciate
I
that.
just got excited from the thought.
Yeah.
Everything. Look, you thought I was gonna say something else.
I'm so down, you guys. I really would love to do that. I would love to do that. It's
It
It's
seemed
been
like it's
fun.
meant to happen though.
Yeah.
You know? It's gonna happen.
It's
So you'll get out there and rock. It seemed like, like how you talking about the early parts. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared to get out there. It seemed like I'll be spooked to get out there.
like in front of the whole
Huh.
stadium.
Listen, I'm gonna be watching doing the wave, girl. I'm
Yeah.
They gonna turn you up though. That's one thing. The Raider fans, the fanatics,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna turn you up though.
They
That-
are.
They do be hype as a motherfucker.
They
though.
do.
Yeah.
Like at the shows I've been doing, I feel their energy. It just that
It amplifies.
it hypes me up.
Yeah.
It makes me literally vibrate because it's just like it's a surge of energy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, like it's so cool. And I've always loved sports, and so it's so trippy how 360 everything in life, how things happen. Because growing up, I was very tomboy, and I was into
Right.
sports. I like to play sports. And I was like, I made a baseball song, right? And then with this football one, and I'm just like, man, maybe this is part of what I'm supposed. Yeah, it just all
Uh-huh.
comes full circle.
circle.
I like
Uh-huh.
you making the songs like pretty much about like phases of your life.
Yeah,
Baseball, got the Raider girls. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
definitely
The Dodgers are gonna win, you guys. I'm gonna say it right now. We have to win this year.
Oh,
you
Dodgers,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, we
With all
got
the, like
to.
always kind of like getting there and then not just.
Yeah,
It's been a few years. Yes.
I've gotten my heart broken like so many times
Yeah.
from the Dodgers. So I'm like, please, y'all, please don't
And they
break my
build
heart.
some
This
great teams. They be building like nice teams, especially as of late though too.
superstar like Otani is
Well,
just crushing it.
right.
Like, come on, we gotta win, yo. Like,
Yeah.
we have to.
And I heard you played a little basketball too though. You played,
I
right?
do. I'm a baller.
That's right. Same
Yeah.
girl, same.
Yeah.
Same.
So what
Ain't shoot
position?
no motherfucking
I was a
basketball.
1-2, so like
Yeah.
point guard, shooting
shoot
guard.
guard, yeah.
In high school, my senior year, I was actually one of the taller ones. I don't know how. I'm super short, so I would sometimes play the 2-3,
Yeah.
like the power forward.
Power forward. Yeah,
But
small
but
forward,
yeah, but for the most part, I got a jumper. Like I like to shoot threes.
So
So,
you-
I
what was your
Nah, that's how
average?
you
What was your
get it.
average in high school?
I averaged pretty high. Well, my freshman year, my highest scoring game was 30 points. That's pretty
right.
good.
What?
My
Okay.
freshman
That's
year.
very good.
That's very
Shit.
good,
Hell
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I got moved up to varsity by the end of the season. Like for CIF, they moved me to varsity. I think
Yeah.
I should have been on varsity the whole time.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But yeah, like
That's
I
dope.
played my whole life. Like my dad had me in club basketball teams,
Mhm.
so I played for like it was called the SGV, San Gabriel Valley.
Right.
And yeah, so we would go to
That's
like
dope.
Sacramento. We had
Travel like a traveling team.
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah.
Right.
And he always had me playing with older ages. So like when in third
That's
grade,
good.
I was balling with like fifth graders, and
Hmm.
like I was short.
Yeah, she
But
but
it
it made
made me-
basketball. She was like, I was balling with them.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But it
Playing
made
with them, I was balling with them.
But
Yeah.
it made me better. It made me more competitive,
That's a
and
challenge,
and,
yeah.
and it was more challenging. And I would go to these like drill things on Sundays, and they were like 2-3 hour drills. They were called intensity, and
Yeah.
it was just that.
It's
They would.
intense.
I mean, we would
The
be in there. Suicides, dribbling
Oh.
drills, all kinds.
Yeah, I do that with
of
my
stuff.
son. He's 14 though. I do that with my son with
That's
with the football. He plays
I
football.
feel like everyone
run
should play at
track.
least one sport.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should play at least
Yeah.
one sport.
Yeah.
And my dad's like rule, he was just like, if you don't like it, you don't got to do it again, but you cannot quit.
I love that.
Like,
100.
Yeah,
Yep.
you cannot
Love that.
quit.
You gotta succeed
finish-
before you walk
yeah,
away.
You gotta
Yeah.
finish out
Yep.
the season.
That's
Go
a
through
fact.
all the emotion, and if you don't want to do it next season, that's great.
Yeah.
So long for that with my kid. She was like, basketball, what?
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like
but it's-
everyone should play a
Yeah.
sport.
My
you know?
sister was like my biggest inspiration growing up because she was, man, my sister was a beast. She was good.
Your older sister.
Yeah, she went to Bishop Amat, and her senior year they won state, the basketball team. They were 35-0. They were like always in like the newspaper and on the news because their team was literally, they were never losing. It was
Right.
great. Yeah. So she honestly, I could honestly say it, like if she would have kept going, she would have made it to the WNBA. But she knows she's just kind of like, after she was getting all these offers to go to colleges, but she was burnt out. I don't know what happened, but she's doing great. She's doing freaking great.
Yeah.
And but we always talk about like, hey, let's play again. Like we actually joined an adult league a couple years ago, which was
That's
cool
dope.
in
That's
Montebello.
dope.
So we were in a women's adult league, which was cool. I kind of want to play again. And shout outs to the WNBA because they're finally getting
going
that
up now.
record.
Yeah, they going up.
They've been
Yeah.
always deserve to have,
Right.
and
Team
Already.
Estrogen.
Team
Yeah.
Estrogen, rest in peace, Gia.
Yep.
Man, if y'all
Man.
ever go into find another league, y'all better tap in with me.
Let's
I
do
swear to
it.
God, I'm so serious.
What
It's so
position
funny.
you played?
I played.
Huh?
I honestly was a power forward. I was a power
Yeah.
forward.
So
I
you
was.
getting
I
re-
was always
So,
small, but I was
you
powerful.
getting rebounds
see it.
and,
I can
and,
see
and
it.
blocking
I would
shit.
bully bitches. All right,
I
let me
can see
tell
your
you
ass up
something.
outta here.
And I love because I was always like the shortest, but I always had body.
I'll be watching
You
them
know?
games talking
So
shit.
I was like, and man,
I'll be like, Pop, you better not let her get up in there.
man, they would call me the lion because I would always foul out. Like I would have.
Like, let me ask you this though.
I would always
Make
foul
that
out.
physical.
And-
How
Ain't
long
falling
would
out.
it take before you fall out? First quarter, second quarter?
No, so I want to say. So I want to say
First quarter, you a bully.
So no, not first quarter. But I will say the quickest time I fouled out because I used to get in trouble in school all the time, and they were like
popping.
all the time, unless
See,
I
Pop
in
was
sport.
popping bitches.
Man. And like,
I love it.
And then I got
Funny.
my senior year, I got this strict ass coach, and like same thing, like same story with you. My sister, she was 5'11", she was always nasty, but as she got older, she kind of like. I don't think she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But me, I really wanted to do it. But I was like always like under her shadow a
Me
little
too.
bit. Yeah.
That's me too.
So they were like, my coach would be like, I need y'all to fuse together. Because she had like the height, the
everything.
body, and I had the
Yeah,
heart,
yeah.
So my senior year, my coach was not playing. He's just like, you getting in trouble, you got to stay out. Like he had rules of just, if you get attention, this is what you got to do. So I had to miss half a game. So he was just like, I'll have you in the first quarter. And then do you want to do the third quarter or the fourth? I forgot which one I chose, but I was like,
Fourth.
I'm going heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Look.
I love it.
And she say it like that with the heavy.
I love it.
Going down.
Heavy.
Them elbows and all that. Get your
love
ass
it.
up out of here.
Man, and then
I love it.
And then our assistant coach, he made a bet with me because I was always nasty at foul shots. So he'd make
Oh,
a
you
bet with me.
shacking all the way. You shacking the
Nah, I
floor.
wasn't shacking. Don't play with me because Shaq wasn't good at foul shots.
No, she said nasty means she was good.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you good at it.
I
Oh,
was good
Keep
at
up, my
foul
nigga.
shots.
Oh.
Keep up, my nigga. No, I'm just playing.
Because our coach, he would, in appearance and like other opponent teams, they would shun our coach because he was so hard on us. But he was just like, if you're missing layups and foul shots, get to the line. You're doing suicides. I don't care if it's at the end of
That's
the
a
game.
good coach right there.
Yeah.
And that's what
That's
took my
discipline.
sister and their team to championships. You
Yeah.
know, so he was what's it called? What was my point?
You was
foul
a
shot.
baller.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the
okay.
assistant coach.
you was a
He was
bull. I
the
love
assistant
it.
coach was just like, you ain't gonna like. We made a bet on how many foul shots I can do because he was just like, you get in there and you beast, but you don't be making points like that. I'm like, oh word, yeah. So every time I got to the line,
You said, oh,
you would think
word.
it was the opponent team that would be like making noise, but it was my assistant coach that be, ah.
Oh, for real? That's crazy.
But he knew I was competitive, so he knew what would fire me up.
I love that.
You know?
Shouts out to coaches like that.
Right, shout out to
Shouts
coaches
out to
like
coaches.
that.
I had a coach like that too. My freshman year, I was the same girl. I was kind of bad, and I went to an all girls school my freshman year, and I was just
which
like,
makes it worse. They
it
think
made
it's
it
gonna make you
worse.
not
Hell
bad, but
no.
it's like don't put us with a bunch of females. It makes it worse.
There'll be a lot of fights up and just all
Man.
Yeah, that was me. I was always getting into like, it never came down to a physical thing till one time, but it was after school. But like it was to the point, where I was telling bitches off every day, which is bad,
Yeah.
And I had I had a coach, and she's like, you gotta keep because I was just kind of didn't want to go there, so I wasn't even trying with my grades. And in sports, you have to keep your grades up
Gotta
and
keep
shit.
'em right,
So my coach was like, what's going on? You having problems at home? You having problems at school? She was hard on me, but because she knew I was good and she wanted me, to succeed. And I shout out to coaches like that. Yeah, she was like, what's going on? And I was missing school sometimes. She's like, what, you missed school. You can't, you gotta, if you get bad grades, you're gonna get kicked off the team. And so, shout out to coaches like that though, because that shit really shaped me up. And I finished the season. I did transfer. I ended up going to Diamond Bar High School. Shout out to Diamond Bar, home of the Brahmas.
That's
and,
right.
I loved Diamond Bar. It was cool. Actually, that's where I actually met Snoop's son Cordell in grade 8. Went to Diamond Bar.
People don't know he be out too, and they miss him. I'm like, yo,
yeah, that's the homie right there. So we've been homies since forever. We actually went to homecoming together. His freshman year, I was a senior. And but we were home, like we were homies, so we went together to the homecoming. So I've been cool and stuff with him, and I loved Diamond Bar. Like personally, I loved it. I played basketball there and volleyball there, so I had a great experience.
Yeah. So when is the Lakers song coming?
Right.
I know. I'm gonna start. I started working on it actually already, to be honest, you guys, but it's not done yet. My nickname was Lil Mama. They used to call me Little Mama. I don't know why. And so I'm like, maybe I'll do some. Yeah, that was my nickname. They would call me Lil Mama, because I was like,
let me ask y'all something.
I don't know.
Like to the shorter side of everybody. Mm-hmm. If you 5'11" and up, you're considered tall.
For a girl, hell yeah.
If you're 5'6" and up, you're considered tall.
For a girl,
5'6" and up, you're
I'm 5'2" and a half. I'm 5'3" on my driver's license, but like, I might be 5'2", But like, everybody was always taller than me. Yeah. So to me, if you're like she said, if you're 5'6" and up, that's hella tall to me. But if she's 5'11", hell, that's Shaq.
She's a giant.
That's Shaq.
Yeah, my sister's tall. She's very tall.
But I don't know. I liked being short because I was like fast and just.
And you could get around some shit.
Yeah.
I love being like
people underestimate you.
Yeah. That was my favorite thing. I went through
a girl's legs once. And when I was in third, I was like in third grade, and it was when I was playing with the fifth graders, and we were at a tournament in Sacramento. And I don't know how, but I like stole the ball, and I was still maintaining my dribble, and I literally went under her legs.
Oh, no shit!
Tall. She was super tall. I was that short.
Yeah.
And these girls.
Did you make the shot?
I made the shot.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's where I got the name. So I forgot what his name was. Man, I'll ask my dad.
I know the crowd.
He used to coach at a
man
in Pasadena, and he had a daughter on my team, and he named me Little Mama. Little Mama. Little Mama.
Right.
And so that was my nickname. Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So you said that was like what, the third grade? You said
I was in third grade.
So you was in the third grade hitting like 3-pointers?
Yeah, I have videos of it.
Period. She's like, I got receipts.
So you receipts. Hold on. Rewind that. So you hitting like 3-pointers, like high school style 3-pointers?
I think it was because it was just
or
standard.
Middle school.
It was just standard, like
or Chuck E. Cheese.
It counted. It was a 3 on the scoreboard. It counted.
Yeah, that's dope though.
And it was funny because I was so small, so my shot I would go real low to
Jump up
so it looks funny, but I would make them and
came natural.
And that's why it's so freaking cool that like the WNBA is really getting highlighted because they've always should have been. And shout out to like Caitlin Clark and Brittany Griner and like all them. Like I wish Angel Reese. I freaking love Angel. Growing up, I really wish like You know, it didn't seem like it wasn't. They didn't showcase them as much.
We had
as,
Lisa
like,
Leslie growing up.
Lisa Leslie, Diana Taurasi. You
Yep.
know,
Cooper was
UConn. Shout out to UConn. Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
But now it's like they're
yeah.
headlining all the sports news. I love that. I'm like, that's so cool. I
They're
wish
trying to shake some shit up. And like what I want to say to them ladies, because I feel like they try to shine light where it's unnecessary and except on the craft, just keep going. Because if you don't have a couple haters, then you know what I'm saying? If you know you got a couple haters, you're doing something right. And they try to really start this cattiness between the sport. Yeah, like keep going at the sport because you're doing great. You know what I'm saying?
Like with Angel Reese, like they try to make her a villain. I'm like, bro, she is not the villain. Y'all trying to make her a villain. She is not the villain. She's out there doing her thing, and she is. You know, I don't know why they do that. They just want more views or entertainment. Yeah, but whatever. I mean,
it's like the Bird Magic. To me, that was kind of like the female version of the Bird Magic kind of syndrome kind of thing. You know what I mean? But I don't think they let it really build to that though. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them was kind of like
because they female. You know what I'm saying? If it's dudes,
yeah,
you know
the fans get out of control. It's more the fans than anything.
And the media.
The media for sure.
Well, I really like Sabrina. How do you say her last name? I can never say it right. She's on like the Liberty.
UNESCO.
Yes, her. I love her too. I went to a Sparks versus Liberty game last year. It was so cool, and I got to see them play. And I was just like, damn, this is dope. Like, yeah. So shout out.
They be out there balling.
I want to make a WA song too. Let me make one WA.
Go for it.
Yeah, I should, huh?
Yep.
Well, speaking of, because I remember I met you when I was hosting the LA Auto Show, and you were going big with your Dodger Girl song.
Oh yeah.
So, and that single's still a hit now.
Yeah.
So, do you plan on doing anything with the Dodgers now that the season's coming, or
open pitch?
Yeah, you know that would be dope.
They got to win the World Series first, and then. The opening pitch.
Yeah, I would love to. And it's like that song was like my home run hit. Yeah. Literally, like that song put me on. It went viral on social media. And so I would love to be able to, because growing up, I've always truly been a Dodger girl, like I say in the song, and I have a lot of history with, you know, the team. And so it would be an honor. I would love to sing the national anthem or throw out the first pitch. You know, I think that would be super, super cool. I made a song this year for Shohei Ohtani with Maverick and I, and the homie Richie Mariachi Loco was in the song too. So, you know, I show a lot of love to the Dodgers. So it would be super cool if they, you know, can show the love back.
Yeah, really dope.
Come on, Dodgers.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Season tickets or something.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Let's go.
On the real.
That's right.
So yeah, I would love to. That would definitely be cool. I would love to sing it too at like you know, they have pre-shows there. They have like that Centerfield Plaza where people go before the show start too. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be next, hopefully, on the list on everything that's coming. So just stay tuned for that. Yeah. We're going to make that happen.
Yep,
we're going to make it happen.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
haven't been to a Dodger game in a long time. The last time I was there, it was a Jit 2. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to give myself a little credit being a Dodger fan because I think I was talking so much smack. You know what I'm saying? It's like where we were sitting, it's like we right here down the end of the carpet is the field. You know what I'm saying? This is where we at. And me talking so much smack, the dude looked back around like, motherfucker.
Yeah. I feel like baseball, people always say it's boring, but at the games, it's so not boring. It's fun.
Yeah,
you can really like get so loud, and I like all the food, to be honest.
Right.
I be munching out at the Dodger game. Get me a Dodger dog and a michelada, and I'm chilling. Yeah.
See, that's it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The michelada, that's the beer with the.
So, yeah, like the
sauce around
chamoy,
it.
tahine, and all that.
I tried to ask your ass the other day what kind of candy it was I had. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how it's
was it like a chili pop, like the
was
pop
it chamoy?
that has the
no,
chili
they've been
on it?
what they've been doing. They've been taking like little gushers, little
Oh,
gummies,
those
and they
are
put
fire.
the chamoy.
The chamoy. Bomb. They need to have that candy at Dodger Stadium. They should put that candy in the stadium.
Like that part right there. Like when I emphasize that, that's probably like the Mexican side of me.
I love it.
That's
right.
Them little tastes, them little sheesh.
Yeah, on everything.
I may not know the name. I may not know the name, but I know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, my stomach know it.
My taste buds too.
My taste buds know it.
Everything. So look, tell everybody what's next for you. Like what you got coming up, dates.
Yeah.
Concerts,
so next, you guys, I'm gonna be performing at a lot of up and coming Raider games. So days that there are Raider games, I will be at a lot of local sports bars, restaurants, and things like that. We'll have the names of them.
Facts.
So like we'll be posting that so people can know. And I'll also be having the merch available to buy. And the Old School Beer Company too. So people could try out the beer. It's really, really good. So shout out to them. It's bomb. And it's super cool. Like the can, it's dope. It's really, really dope. So yeah, so just stay tuned to my Instagram because we'll be posting like the lineup. I'm trying to think. The next one I have is on October 20th, which is when they're going to play the Rams.
Right.
I'll be at the tailgate that day, and we're going to finish filming the music video. Cool. Yeah, you guys should pull up.
That's
we're going to finish filming the music video for Raider Baby that day at the tailgate. I'm also performing. Shout out to the homie Angel Baby. It's his birthday that day.
Right.
So they're all going to be there, and there's going to be like a 20th. DJ there. Yeah, and I'm going to actually perform. 20th. And then right after, I'm heading to the Comedy Factory in
the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, or I don't know if it's. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the Laugh Factory, but it's a Raider. It's in the Bellflower, right, Ricky?
Oh, that's
I think it's in Bellflower.
Is it on Bellflower Boulevard?
It's with Long Beach Carlos. Long Beach Carlos is one of the main hosts. Yeah, so tap into my Instagram and all the info. But that day I had 2 events, but. Literally, there's something every week happening. So just have
making sports fun.
Thank you.
Sure.
Like really making it fun. Cause like if you popping up to different little like game days, bars, this, that, and the other, it's giving people to go out there to watch the game, entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give a little something
extra
for the
element.
Girls.
Yeah, exactly. Just making it fun. Exactly. I love that you say that. Thank you.
Perfect. The stand-up
comedy
yeah.
Club. Yeah.
And MC Raider is going to be there, you guys. Shout out to them. I just was on their show. It's called the Real Nation Podcast. And they're, it's Cheeto Linus and MC Raider. And they're like the big Raider Nation podcast. Yeah. Like it's one of the biggest ones out there. And I got to be on the show. And it was awesome. They talked about the song and everything.
That's
dope.
Yep,
so he'll be there. He's also a comedian. Yeah, so come check it out. I would love to see you guys
for
again.
sure. Yeah.
Over 20.
Yeah, we definitely gonna as things grow and get better and stuff, we definitely gonna have you back on for updates of what you've been doing and stuff like that. Though.
I would love to. Yeah, that would be so cool. I had so much fun. Thank you guys. This
thank you
for
coming out.
Yeah. Always is.
Yeah, we thank you for pulling up.
I want to see the 3rd grade you really hitting that 3-point.
I'll post it.
Yeah, post it.
Best way. Like I told you.
And she said she wants
wow. Hey, look, so on that note, we want to thank you for coming out. We're going to say that again. And, man, make sure y'all stay tapped in with us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? This is Best Way to Smoke. Big J.
Yep. Your favorite smoking partner. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe.
That's right. You got to see Pop Your Professional Hype Woman. Tap in next time.
Man, and make sure y'all tap in with Amanda Carrera.
That's right.
Guys.
Raider Baby.
Love.
Bronco.